Hi everyone, in this video we are going to introduce dimensional analysis. Now, dimensional analysis sounds really complicated, but all it is a mathematical way of converting from one number of a specific unit to an equivalent number of a different unit. So what I really mean is it's a conversion from pounds to kilograms, from inches to meters, or so on and so forth. So for example, if I moved to Germany, in a place where they don't typically use pounds as their standard measurement of weight, if I were to go to a vet or something and they would say, how much does your dog weigh? I would say my gorgeous Rottweiler named Betty is 80 pounds, and they'd be like, huh, what is 80 pounds? Give me a number that means something. And so I would have to quickly convert that to a number in terms of kilograms, a unit that they are actually more familiar with. Same thing, if I told them, hey, I am 5'6", I'm 5 feet 6 inches, they'd be like, that doesn't mean anything. What is it in meters? And so dimensional analysis is just a way to go from one specific unit to a different unit, but the number means the same thing. So in this video, we're just going to introduce this kind of globally or more superficially, and then in future videos, we'll dive into it a little bit deeper. And so what we're going to do right now is just talking about how to make one perfect sandwich. Very important. Okay, so for me personally, a perfect sandwich has 2 pieces of bread, probably whole wheat, because I really like that. We'll say 1 piece of cheese just for this example. I love ham, so I'm going to have 3 pieces of ham. I'm okay with turkey, so we'll have 1 piece of turkey. And then, just for fun, let's put 2 pieces of roast beef on there. Sounds like a delicious sandwich, doesn't it? Okay, so this is my formula or my recipe for the perfect sandwich. So now let's say I go to the grocery store, local H-E-B or whatever, and I am ready to get my items for my lunch every week. So let's say that I buy 1 loaf of bread. So now if I look at the loaf of bread, I can see for this example that my loaf of bread has 14 slices of bread in there. So what I could do is use dimensional analysis to determine how many sandwiches I could actually make from 1 loaf of bread. So what we do with dimensional analysis is you always start with your most interesting piece of information, or maybe your piece of information that is most specific to that example. So now I said I purchased 1 loaf of bread. That's what's in my hand, so I have to start with that information. So 1 loaf is equal to 14 slices. Now, I personally use the train track method, so anytime I use stoichiometry or dimensional analysis, I'm always going to do it this way. So with train track method, what you do is you start with your piece on the very, very top, so your information, your specific information for that problem. So in our case, it's the 1 loaf of bread. So that always starts right here on the far most left side. Now, what you do then is you write something in the denominator, so down here at the very bottom, that has the equivalent unit. So now what I need to do is go from 1 loaf of bread to slices of bread before I could even get to sandwich. So I'm going to take the word loaf and put it at the bottom here. And so now since we're going from loaf to slices, I know for every 1 loaf of bread, I have 14 slices. Okay? 14 slices of bread in every 1 loaf. Draw another line. So now, my loaves are going to cancel out because 1's on the top and 1's on the bottom. So now my unit is in slices, but slices is not what I'm going for. I'm trying to figure out how many sandwiches I can have. So now slices is on the top, so I need to put the word slices on the bottom. We're trying to convert to sandwiches, so sandwiches is going to be on the top. So now I know for every 1 perfect sandwich, I need 2 slices of bread. So 2 slices of bread for 1 sandwich, and then I can solve this out to figure out exactly how many sandwiches I can create. So in order to do this mathematically, everything on the top is multiplied by each other, and then you divide by everything on the bottom. So let me write this out mathematically to make that a little more sense. So we have 1 loaf times 14 slices times 1 sandwich. All of that is multiplied together, and we divide that over the bottom piece, which is your 1 loaf times your 2 slices of bread. So if you do that properly, you essentially have 14 divided by 2, and that gives you 7. Go to this last unit here because your slices canceled out. So the only unit you have left is sandwiches. So for this problem, we determined that with 1 loaf of bread, I can make 7 sandwiches. There are 7 days in a week, so that worked out perfectly. Now, I'm going to challenge you and ask you, with 1 pack of ham, how many sandwiches can I make? But in order to do that, I have to give you one more piece of information. So for our example, our pack of ham is going to be equal to 18 slices of ham. And just so you don't have to scroll back up or reverse in the video, I'm going to remind you that for our perfect sandwich, we need 3 slices of ham. So now, with 1 pack of ham here, how many sandwiches can I make? Okay, grab a partner, calculate this out, and come up with an answer. Okay, do we have an answer? Were you able to solve this? Let's go up here and get us a little bit more space. So remember, start with a piece of information that is specific to your problem. So for this problem, we say we have 1 pack of ham. That's what I bought, that's what I purchased. So we're going to start with 1 pack of ham. That's going to be on the top. 1 pack. Create our little train tracks here. So if pack's on the top, pack has to be on the bottom here. So for every 1 pack of ham, we know that we have 18 slices. So 18 slices is going to go on the top. Now, we have our packs cancel out. Slices is on the top here, so slices has to be on the bottom now in order to cancel that out. The only other piece of information we know is that for every 3 slices, we create 1 perfect sandwich. So, slices cancel out. We're left with sandwich. If we do this together, same math as before, so it's 1 times 18 times 1, divided by the bottom, which is your 1 times 3. And if we do that properly, 18 divided by 3 gives us 6 sandwiches. So almost enough for a whole week, but maybe I go to Qdoba for one of these. So, okay, 6 sandwiches. Hope you got that right. Have a good day.